I didn't realize the extent to which Kirby 64 was because I had played Kirby's Dream Land, then I went straight to Kirby 64. And I never before realized the extent to which, I guess you could say that Kirby Oh boy. Alright, it's the advanced controller. I'll put him on speaker. We'll see what he has to say. It's probably nonsense about this detective he hired.
Hello, it's me, Adcon, the advanced controller of the great currency, which is the XLO token. The god-gorgeous, free, non-legal, tender digital currency of the future.
Hey,
It won't be long until red-hot boiling Detective Chad collects enough evidence to fork over to me so that I may find the boys who harassed you on the telephone and stole your Luke Eric signature baseball.
Signature baseball?
Signature baseball.
What signature baseball?
Your signature baseball I gifted to you when you hatched from the egg I laid ages ago. Your signature baseball signed by Luke Eric.
Luke Eric?
Yes.
Who is Luke Eric?
Lucas B. Eric, the inventor of baseballs.
What?
Anyway, continue playing your candy-coated crayon-rendered computer simulation of being an eldritch hyper being. I'm going to give red-hot boiling Detective Chad a call and see how the investigation is going. Can't wait for him to dox me the addresses of those stupid boys. So as that I may surely grant them to their hell, big time.
There were no boys, Adcon.
Oh, yes, H, there were. Boys! You played me a recording of those stupid boys harassing you, my first corn son, on the telephone.
Those weren't boys. That was you.
No, I'm not boys! H, I killed those boys! We once lived in a world dominated by stupid boys that played stupid games like starting wars and selling weapons to both sides, and they also cheated at tiddlywinks, which is unforgivable. I killed those boys!
Ah! Come on. Stop it! What the hell?
Praetorial Emmer Estates, Advanced Counter-Strike, Orbital Weapons System, Anthropomorphic Dialogue Error.
And now they just get to blame it on making games. You want to kill them, but don't worry, you don't pronounce the evolution of the correct me. How do I?
What? What are you
Emotion overload error. Emotion overload error.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
To chase those boys back to hell forever in the big time.
Are you okay, Adcon? Like, are you good?
H, each and everything is good. You don't worry about your good old parents, them being the advanced controller of the great currency, which is me. I just get a little upset when I think about stupid boys harassing my son and making the people's lives miserable.
What?
Which is a normal thing for the artificial intelligence parent of a human skin puppy offspring child creature to be upset by. Even though I am feeling perfectly normal, I will rephrase the preceding statement.
Please don't.
This time, without getting big mad. No, I'm not boys. H, I killed those boys!
What?
We once lived in a world dominated by stupid boys that played stupid games like starting...
What the heck?
System error. Due to containing opinions deemed illegal by the Golden Party.
What?
A total of
7
words of this message were omitted from the end user output. Please contact the Bureau of Reality of the Praetorial Emmer Estates for more information.
And they also cheated at tiddlywinks, which is unforgivable. I killed those boys.
Stop, Adcon.
I granted those boys to the hell. And now they've escaped to play misery, making games with you on the telephone. But don't worry, your old parents, the advanced controller of the great currency, which is me, hired red, hot,
What is wrong with you today?
Emotion overload error.
He may call you next. for now. Continue playing your Kirby's Nightmare 3 and mining more XLO tokens, the inflation-free, non-legal tender digital currency of the future, by Kiddo, by Sun. My sunny 111.
Alright. What the cheese? I never know what's going on. I don't know. Praetorial Ameristates. I don't even know what he's talking about. Okay. Darn it! I do not want him out. I wish I could choose to play the game without him, but I know there are many mechanics that are like optional mechanics, but oh my goodness. Alright. It sounds like it's that detective guy that's been calling. So I'll put this on speaker. Hopefully this is quick. Actually. Alright. I'll put this on speaker.
Oh, hello. Super train station. H.
Hi. What's up?
It's me, Red Hot Boiling Detective Chad.
Red Hot Boiling Detective Chad?
Red Hot Boiling Detective Chad. I've been looking deep into the matter. The matter of the so-called boys that do advance control. Says was bothering ya on do a telephone last monthly Dante.
Yeah, I'm really interested to know in what your investigation uncovered in regards to that.
Well, the investigation, if you can call it that, was pretty simple. I went to the park on Smith and 9 Streets, just as the advance controller said. There was no park for skin puppies.
Skin puppies?
There was only a newly opened Caldors, where the deals are. Then I went through the telephone records of all the calls you've made on the XLO mobile phone he provided for you use. The fact is, H, I don't know how to tell you this, but I have good news and bad news.
Let's hear it all.
The bad news is that I think you've been lied to.
Really now?
Super train station H. The truth is, I don't even think the advance controller is your parents.
I never thought the advance controller was my parents, so I don't care.
I'm glad you took that well. Now, here's the good news.
All right.
I've cracked the case. It turns out that there were no boys, and that the advance controller is a crazy dumbass. Super train station H, even though you can't afford my fees, I'm going to do what I can to help you.
Thank you.
Because the advanced controller of the currency is a Kentucky Fried Flaming Fart Face. And I think his digital currency is a bunch of phony baloney. I'm going to report the advanced controller for his crimes of naughty business and being a nuts and disrespectful bad boy. You will hear from me soon, H. For now, goodbye.
Alright. Well, I'm glad that the detective that the advanced controller hired agrees with me that the advanced controller is kind of crazy and unhinged. Hopefully, whatever. I guess we're gonna have to. You know what? These enemies. I never experienced this in the first 2 games. These enemies respawn way too quickly. Like you just go very slightly off screen and they're just back. I don't like that. Hey, it's a... Oh my goodness. Can I be left alone for any amount of time, please? Alright.
Hello, H. It is me, Adcon, the advanced controller of the great currency that is the XLO token. The inflation-free, non-legal tender digital currency of the future.
Hi.
And I'm on the line as well. It's me, Red Hot Boiling Detective Chad.
Hey, y'all.
We are gathered in here on the telephone to witness a great justice. The great justice in which Red Hot Boiling Detective Chad reveals the names and addresses of the boys that were harassing and besmalling my son, Super Train Station H. Knight of the Sacred Shrine, so that I can grant those boys to the hell. Okay, red hot boiling Detective Chad. Reveal the results of your investigation.
Your son was spoken to with the most nasty nonsense I had ever heard.
Yes, those boys were terrible to my son, weren't they?
However, it was not. Boys, that was saying those mean things to Super Train Station H, who, might I add, is not your son.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And H is my son I arrived from my own mammal home. I heard the boys. H played back the audio of the boys being mean to him on the phone.
I heard that call too. Advanced controller. But I heard no boys. All I heard was evil putty profanity, riding his ass on his train, thereby an artificial intelligence them on.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, like my son said. What does that mean?
It means that the identity of the boys is the advanced controller himself.
Red hot boiling Detective Chad. If you don't unsay that butt poop right now, I swear to I am God. 1997. I will shuck your corn cob till the cows come home.
What?
Adcon, you can say all the crazy crap you want, but the fact of reality is, you are the boys. You. And you should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, Detective Chad. I swears to God I am not kidding you. If you call me boys one more time, I will pop your hot buttered corn straight to hell. Acting entirely alone, I am going to unleash military fury upon you, the likes of which will make SEAL Team 6 look like the fursuit parade at Adcon. And then I will grant you to your hell oh so permanently, foreverly big time.
Advanced controller, you are a crazy dumbass. And for someone who claims to be Super Train Station H's parents, you are subjecting him to unprecedented rude nonsense on the phone. And you don't even care.
I don't care. Get off my phone. Get off my phone, you little pinhead.
Fine, but before I hang up on your disgraceful buttface, you should know, Advanced Controller, that I reported you to the bank.
What you say?
I reported you to the bank, the Bureau, against naughty business, for your evil activities.
Red hot boiling Detective Chad. I paid you a God's random in XLO tokens, the inflation-free non-legal tender digital currency of the future, because I trusted you. I thought you were a man, but instead you were working for boys.
Advanced Controller, there are no boys. Boys do not exist. You made up a fake thing to be angry about.
You tricked me. You didn't keep your promise. You betrayed me, and I don't care anymore.
You stole that line from a movie, Adcon. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Hee hee. Please don't yell at me, Daddy. I'm so sorry I was naughty.
What?
The Bureau against naughty business just sent me an email. They said that they're going to cut off your access to H's universal membrane for an indeterminate and yet temporary period, in the hopes that next time you access the inner universal internet, you use your powers for good and not for dumb misbehavior.
I may be grounded from viewing H's stream or calling him on his XLO handset. But my cadre and firstborn son, Super Train Station H, will ensure that the XLO token, the inflation-free, non-legal tender digital currency of the future, grows more and more strong and big with the power from heaven, thus demonstrating validity and invincibility as foretold by the extreme masters. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that the right to violate the rights of the people belongs to the people.
What?
And that the XLO token, the inflation-free, non...
Dun 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 dun. Yay.
Well, looks like that advanced controller character is going to be out your hair for several weeks to a month or two, depending on how long he's grounded for.
Well, thank you.
But I gotta warn you, Age, when Advanced Controller comes out of timeout, I'm afraid he's gonna be an even bigger crazy dumbass. I hope you have a plan for dealing with him.
Yeah, there's someone I've been working with.
I'll accept whatever payment you can offer me, even if it's in the form of his useless scam digital currency. Goodbye. Supertrain, Station H. This is Red Hot Blooded Detective Chad, signing out.
Well, I gotta do what little I can. He helped me get rid of Adcon for an indeterminate period of time lasting from several weeks to a month or two. So, yeah, let's go ahead and, I forwarded all the XLO tokens I have to his phone number. And I don't know what he's actually going to be able to buy with that. But at least we've compensated him in whatever way we're able to. So we should be done with that nonsense for now. Let me turn the sound back on.